Terrell Thomas, and we're here today with Mr. Jon Mugar for the TBT, the basketball tournament. And you're actually bringing your talents here to Atlanta. It's a big tournament, and it's been very fascinating, quite honestly, so to speak with you, because I've been watching the tournament on ESPN for the previous few years. So now to have you here and for you to be bringing your tournament to Atlanta is very big. So I want to ask you, why did you start the TBT?
It was an obsession, really. I love basketball. I loved it my whole life. I really love the format of March Madness.
Okay.
And I love this idea of players only getting paid for winning.
Okay.
Because when you show up in the arena, you know what everyone's goal is. And it results in this extremely intense, team-oriented form of basketball. And that was the impetus behind the idea.
Now, you see in the summer, of course, there are a lot of, well, the NBA is off, the WNBA is in action, college students are off. You see a lot of summer league tournaments going on and things of that nature. But you gentlemen, I see you probably having a lot of professional players involved. I know last year one of the things that kind of fascinated me, I saw some of the Ohio State alum there, and I believe their team was the Scarlet Gray or something like that. How do you go about getting your players, and why does your tournament attract so many professional basketball players?
Yeah, right now we're fortunate because that basketball world's pretty insular. They all talk to one another when they're overseas playing. So when one plays in TBT, it spreads like wildfire. And all winter, they're overseas talking to each other about what team they're going to play for in TBT. You know, is it possible to knock off our 19-0 defending champion overseas elite? And the competitive spirit takes over. So it's pretty easy to get the word out amongst high-level basketball players like, you know, the Jared Sullinger and Aaron Crafts of the world who played for Ohio State's team. What people don't realize as fans, these guys graduate with big names and then they go overseas and become even better than they were in college. So we get to see them back home on U.S. soil and put them on a stage, and a lot of fans like that.
Why Atlanta? A lot of people don't realize the talent that lies here in Georgia. You have the likes of Lou Williams, Jaylen Brown, who recently plays for the Boston Celtics, Dwight Howard, Maya Moore. Even there are so many basketball stars who are homegrown here in Georgia, and now you're bringing your tournament and the face of it here to Atlanta. Why Atlanta?
We've always heard that Atlanta is a basketball hotbed. We've heard about those players, obviously. A lot of our players in the past 4 years have been from Atlanta, and they're very vocal about how great Atlanta is. So we knew we wanted to give it a shot, and with support like this from the community and the mayor, it's an easy call to make.
Before I let you go, man, you're also doing big things with a new partnership that you guys are bringing on board, Puma. Now, Puma's looking to make a big splash in the NBA this year. Of course, we spoke on off camera, the first 2 picks in the NBA draft now are members of Puma. They have a new deal with Jay-Z. You have several established athletes, the Rudy Gays of the world, who are also signed to Puma. So why Puma, and how will they be involved with what you have going on with TBT?
Puma is a challenger to the basketball space. You know, no one saw them coming as of a year ago, and they view TBT the same way. You know, we're a challenger to basketball. No one saw us coming 5 years ago. You know, we exist outside of that world of the NBA and college basketball. So there's a perfect brand alignment between us and Puma. The partnership is a great one. They want to put their gear on players, obviously. They want to do a lot more down the road, but they're just getting involved in basketball right now, so they're excited to get into TBT.
So if I'm here in Atlanta for the summer and I want to catch some great hoops, let our audience know when they can come check the game out and where they'll be.
Georgia State University, July 26, 27, 28, 29. The 29th will be the quarterfinals all day on Sunday, and the teams that you see play there will be 3 wins away from $2 million at that point. So they're 6 hours away from a life-changing sum of money.
We'll be looking forward to some great basketball. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.